2nd, 2025. And then, so what do y'all think about that? And then we have Odell Beckham. And Odell Beckham, let me tell you something. 268 pages, you done lost your mind, okay? 'Cause you think I'm gonna sit here and read 268 pages? That's my whole life. So Odell Beckham also responded to this frivolous lawsuit by Ashley Parham. He is not playing with Ashley Parham or her lawyers. He hit the court with a Rule 11 sanctions motion, basically telling the judge, these folks are lying on my motherfucking name and I want my money back for wasting my time. He's asking for over $61,000 in fees and for the judge to throw her case out again. So play around with these frivolous lawsuits if y'all want to, because the people actually are smart. They probably want to be. I probably should have did that, to be honest. Come off of sanctions. I should have motioned for sanctions against the frivolous lawsuits. I might look into that. So Beckham's lawyers said Parham's story is faker than faking the Jags drawing braids, child. Yeah, I know she had them drawing braids, but I haven't seen Yoshi in a long time, so maybe I don't know what's happening. But I guess Yoshi been putting them yarn braids back in her hair. But Beckham pretty much is saying, that Parham originally told police in 2018 that 2 white dudes attacked her. But now in 2025, she magically remembered it was Odell Beckham, Diddy, and a whole parade of celebs and a negative celebrity, aka Jacqueline Suzette Pissy Pussy Diaper Wearing. Right? Child, you just can't turn Law and Order into Love and Hip Hop because you got bored, child. Now, let me tell y'all something. This is what I believe about the Ashley Parham. I believe that something did happen to Ashley Parham, and I believe that one guy she probably was interested in, and then he brought in a friend, and she was not interested in that friend, and something happened to her in that situation. So with that, the police probably did not do anything about her case and her situation, and she didn't get any justice. So I believe that she made up this whole thing because she also added the guy that she accused of initially in 2018. I believe that since she didn't get any attention, she decided to add famous people like celebrities and people with a big mouth, no megaphone needed, megaphone mouth Jag. She was actually born with a built-in speaker in her mouth. That's why she loud, a built-in megaphone in her vocal cords. So she needed some loudmouth people and people with a presence on social media attached to this lawsuit. So then everyone will talk about it. And when they're talking about it, everyone will say the name of the guy who actually has something to do with her real incident. That's what I believe happened. And sadly, that is sometimes the case in society and in the world, that if you are just a regular person, your voice can be silent, or you don't get as much attention, or the news and everybody talking about your case, your incident, and what happened to you, and you will sometimes not get justice. So I believe that some people that are traumatized, or they are victimized, they make up stories about celebrities so they can bring attention to their they can finally get some sort of sympathy or empathy towards their own real victimization story, that something happened in their own life. That's what I do believe. Just like a Lamisha. I was on the table. He made me eat the jelly bean. I was 10 years old. Alicia was out here putting on the waterworks. She was dragging people out of burning houses and buildings. She went I was in the woods and I died and I came back alive. Like she had people on here believing that she was Jesus Christ and she resurrected on the third day. It's just a lot going on. It's just too many voices, y'all. So I haven't talked about Lamisha in a while, but yeah, so Lamisha and Ashley Parham, in my opinion, are one and the same. So with that being said, so Jag out here hollering, I was in jail. Like, that's a good alibi. Girl, you bragging about county time like it's a Coachella wristband or some child. So So let's look at some of the stuff with this Ash. Well, I gave you a basic summary of the Odell Beckham. So what I wanted to show you is just some of his exhibits, okay? So this is the table of contents, which comes in handy, of course. So his, like, of course, when someone is fighting a frivolous case and they're bringing in a lawyer, they're actually going to have to pay out of pocket. Just like even with Cardi B, since she didn't countersue or anything like that, all those expenses of her, the lawyer and everything else to fight Miss Ellis, the security guard on attack, mall cop, okay, to fight Mall Cop, Cardi has to pay those expenses herself because she didn't countersue or anything like that. So with that being said, Odell Beckham is saying, look, I'm gonna fight this, but since I have to pay these fees, I want you to actually have to incur these fees and pay these fees back to me. So that's what he's requesting. And again, this is like a continuation of the Ashley Parham case. There was an original lawsuit and then it was amended. And once it was amended, that's when she added Drewski, Odell Beckham, and Jag. It's like, yeah. And added more stuff to the story. Now, Shane Pierce is one of the guys that were involved in 2018 that she's really author. So I don't know why she didn't just keep it to the two people from the past, the two white guys, Shane and his friend, that she said worked as some sort of security or something like that. I can't remember completely, but I think that was the case. And again, I believe that she didn't keep it as Shane because he isn't a celebrity. He's not someone that is popular or famous or anything like that. And trying to get justice through him, it didn't work. But now, and then also trying to get people to like see what he has done. She probably felt like he got away with something, him and his friend, and she wanted to blast him. And what better way to blast besides to add Diddy and say Diddy and other people were involved, and now your case is all over the world and everyone's talking about Shane, this guy Shane and what he did to Ashley, and that's the guy you're really targeting. You see how that can work? A similar situation, not quite similar, but almost, is when R. Kelly, this one guy attacked R. Kelly while R. Kelly was in jail. And one reason he attacked R. Kelly while he was in jail is because he realized that if he attacked R. Kelly, everyone would be saying, who is this guy that attacked R. Kelly? Who attacked R. Kelly? What's his name? And then everyone would go and look up his case. And when they look up his case, he'll bring attention to his own case and his own issues. So people sometimes will use celebrities to bring attention to their nobody life. And it's sad to say that, but if someone says, oh, this happened to someone, then some people like, not as caring, but to say, oh, Beyonce, this happened to Beyonce, Beyonce. So people, that can happen. So right now he's showing exhibits, and these are old emails. Like even Drewski posted these email communications and court records between Ashley Parham and one of her, real life people that she does know, Shane Pierce. I'm not going to go over that, but you can check it out if you want to. I'm primarily looking for updates, and the updates are going to be what's new. What's new that Odell submitted that Drewski did not submit? Because he's pretty much submitting some of the same evidence that Drewski already submitted in his motion for sanctions. Okay. The new information only will be what is specific to Odell to show that he wasn't there. Like what is he showing for his so now we're getting to the meat of it, looks like. Exhibit D starts something here. He got declaration statements from, I guess, people that are going to state things for him. So he has declaration statements. He also has his own declaration as well. So he's issuing, let's see, text messages. It says, Sangha declares as follows: I am over the age of 18 and have personal knowledge of the matters set forth herein. If called upon and sworn as a witness, I could and would competently testify to the matters set forth herein. I am a friend and business associate of Odell Beckham Jr. In 2018, I was, among other things, his personal assistant. In my capacity as Mr. Beckham's personal assistant, I lived with him at a house on Solo Drive in Los Angeles during the summer of 2018. While staying in Los Angeles, if Mr. Beckham and I were to go out, he would hire a car service, Red Limo Line LLC, Red Limo, to drive us. Gregor Behan, who I understand to be the owner of the car service, would drive us. And if we were going out with multiple people and needed additional cars, Red Limo would provide an additional driver. On March 22nd, 2018, Mr. Behanian or something like that drove me and Mr. Beckham to various locations in the LA area, including the Velo Sports Center in Carson, California, where Mr. Beckham had a training session. We returned home to Solar Drive at approximately 6 p.m. Mr. Beckham decided that he wanted to stay in that evening and invited Jeremy Hill to hang out with us to play video games. Attached as Exhibit A is a screen capture from a video taken that evening by Mr. Beckham Jr. In the video, you can see me and Mr. Hill. The video was taken at 10:02 p.m. and Mr. Hill stayed for several hours before leaving that night. Mr. Beckham and I remained at Solar Drive until approximately 2:30 p.m. the following day, March 23rd, 2018, when Mr. Behanian picked us up to go to another training session. On the evening of March 23rd, 2018, Mr. Beckham and I went out to eat and to various bars in the LA area. We returned home to Solar Drive at approximately 4:30 p.m. The following morning, we left the home on Solar Drive at 9:30 a.m. to go to Santa Monica Beach, where Mr. Beckham worked out with his personal trainer, Jamal Ligon. And it says, attached here to is Exhibit B, is a true and correct copy of a photograph I took of Mr. Beckham's dogs at the Santa Monica Beach while I was waiting for him to complete his workout. Also attached as part of Exhibit B is a screenshot of the metadata of the photograph. I declare under penalty of perjury on the laws of the United States of America that the foregoing is true and correct. So they attach photographs right here, and it says March 20. It got the metadata shown right there. Metadata right there. So again, this is Beckham destroying, like, he's trying to show receipts that he was not a part of this whole incident. Now, of course, it's frivolous, but even though it's frivolous, you still have to show proof of things. So this right here is a declaration of Odell Beckham Jr. himself, okay? I, Odell Beckham Jr., declare as follows. I am over the age of 18, and I have personal knowledge of the matter set forth herein. If called upon and sworn as a witness, I could. Jag copied this. Jag copied Odell and others and how they had their setup and lineup, and then just pretty much wrote what she wanted. I could and would competently testify to the matter set forth herein. Says, during the summer of 2018, I resided at a home on Solar Drive in Los Angeles, California. And it says the same thing about, it's repeating the same thing. It's pretty much going to repeat the same thing because obviously since they were together, it's going to have the same timeline. And let's go down a little bit. It says, I decided that I wanted to stay that evening and invited Jeremy Hill to hang out with Mr. Sangha and me and play video games. I had a text exchange with Cliff King, a representative from Nike, at about 7:30 p.m. that evening. Mr. King asked what I was planning on doing that night. I responded to him that I was laying low and getting some rest. I told him that the workouts had been kicking my butt. A copy of that text exchange is attached here too as Exhibit B. Additionally, attached here too as Exhibit C is a video which I recorded of Messrs. It says Hill and Sangha playing video games with me at my home on Solar Drive. It says I can be heard talking in the background. Attached here too as Exhibit D is a screen capture image from that video, and the metadata of that video showing the date and time it was recorded, March 22nd, 2018, 10:10 p.m. 10:02 p.m. Mr. Hill did not leave until several hours after that. I met with Mr. Cliff King from Nike at my Solar Drive home around 1 p.m. on March 23rd, 2018. So he said on that day, March 23rd, 2018, he was at his home on Solar Drive and he met with Mr. Cliff King. I did not leave the Solar Drive home until March 23rd, 2018, when Mr. Bahinian picked me up me and Mr. Sangha at approximately 2:30 p.m. On the evening of March 23rd, 2018, Mr. Sangha and I went out to eat to various bars in the LA area. We returned home to Solar Drive at approximately 4:30 a.m. The following morning, we left the home on Solar Drive at approximately 9:30 a.m. Mr. Bahinian drove me, Mr. Sangha, and my dogs to Santa Monica Beach, where I worked out with my personal trainer, Jamal Ligon. Later that day, at approximately 2 p.m., Mr. Bahinian brought me to the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards at the Forum in Inglewood, California. Attached as Exhibit Z are photographs of me at the event. At no time have I ever met Ashley Parham. Child, don't tell me he was at an event while he was supposed to be out doing stuff to Ashley Parham, child. The plaintiff in Ashley Parham lawsuit against Diddy. Further, at no time have I been to Loma Vista Drive in Orinda, California. That's where she's based out of, okay? Ashley. In fact, to the best of my recollection, I have never been in Orinda, California. And then that's his declaration. So these are some images that he submitted as part of his exhibit. And this is his message chat with Cliff King. Workout's been beating my ass, and it goes into text messages, more messages. So similar to Drewski, he's showing okay, so it shows right there he holding a Nickelodeon right there. So let me zoom out a little bit. And right there's a picture of those two together. Drewski and Odell Beckham. And that's when people were accusing him of being a part of this incident. It says police chief accused of helping cover up gang rape allegedly carried out by Sean Diddy Combs, Odell Beckham Jr., and comedian Drewski. So this is something serious. We have to be understanding this is serious. This is you're being accused of rape. That's very damaging to a brand. And to be honest, they could actually countersue, not just sanction, but actually countersue. But they probably, that's a serious allegation. So he's actually showing proof of all these articles accusing him of being a rapist and committing sexual assault. Imagine like logging in online and then your face is plastered everywhere with this type of allegation. So it really doesn't show that it's not that much that he's showing besides, he's giving a timeline that he was saying that he was at the some Nickelodeon event. And this is a declaration of a Jeremy Hill in support of motion of Odell Beckham Jr. for sanctions against plaintiffs and their counsel. So there's obviously they're seeking. It says, I Jeremy Hill declare as follows. I am over the age of 18 is repetitive right there. On the evening of March 22nd, 2018, Odell Beckham Jr. invited me to his home on Solar Drive in Los Angeles, California. Mr. Beckham, along with AJ Sangha, and I hung out that evening, among other things, played video games. So he's going along with that. So that's pretty much it for, let's see what this one is. That's pretty much it for Odell Beckham. Now let's move over to the Jack's new thing of trying to attach me to the Maury Hadley case with some weird conspiracy, blah, blah. So let's go ahead and get into that really quick. But let me give some shout outs before I get started. Shout out to Unicorn says, Danny, we know you be back there sharpening your sword before the show. It's always worth the wait. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Happy 25th month anniversary to you. Again, shout out to you. Happy 25th month anniversary. I appreciate the support. And also shout out to, I don't want to use a name. Shout out to you. Happy 38th month anniversary. Y'all, something else. I appreciate the support. And thank you for dropping those swords. Again, happy anniversary to, I don't want to use a name. Also, shout out to True Embrace. Happy 21 month anniversary to you. Again, shout out to you. Happy 21 month anniversary. I appreciate the support. Also, shout out to Anonymous. Thank you so much for the Cash App. Again, shout out to Anonymous for the Cash App. Also, shout out to Judy Coles for the Cash App as well. And I think I already said shout out to Tiffany Willis before, but yeah. So shout out to y'all. I appreciate the support. And everybody else, remember, support my channel for free just by what? Hitting that like button.